Okay, what is a loop in programming? So a loop is a set of statements that you would want to occur more than once at once. So you want to, let's say you wanted to print to the console the numbers from 1 to 100, right? But you don't want to have to write out print 100 times and then the exact number. So in a situation like this, you would use a for loop. So let's say we have for, and the syntax is not important here, but you would specify an incremental, something to increment and use. So let's say int I equals 0. This will be like our incremental thing. And then we syntax, and then you're going to do, this is the condition right here where it'll stop. So when as long as I is less than or equal to 100, then it'll keep going, right? And then at the end, we'll put I plus plus. So this is what happens after it's done with everything in the loop. So when it's done with everything in the loop, it'll do this. So increment I by 1. So then I becomes 1. And then it checks to see if I, which is 1, is less than or equal to 100. And then it'll go again. And then it'll come back, right? And then it'll increment it. And it'll be like, okay, I is equal to 2, which is still less than or equal to 100. And it'll keep going. So with this case, we can do print. And let's just say, instead of 0, let's make this 1. So we start off at 1 instead of 0. So let's do print I. And this will just print the numbers from 1 to 100. And that is pretty much a loop. You can also, with another kind of loop, which is called a for each loop, there are different kinds of conditions. This might be easier to understand. So let's say for each person in people. And then let's say we wanted to print person.name, which is just an example. So let's say we had this list of people. So we have a list called people, full of people. So for something like this, we can iterate through the entire list and do something with each person. So this is a single person in people, and it'll go through until it's completely done. And that is a loop in programming. Thank you.